Just the 15th foul on Providence. Nonetheless, DePaul keeping it. Moore for the lead. Charlie Moore out of the timeout. He's got 15.
So there you go. I mean, that's a three-point swing right there. So now Nate Watson's going to have to redeem himself. Come up with a big play here inside.
10 on the shot clock. Gant, kick out, Nichols. Moore comes out with it. Up ahead to Hall, who's fouled. It is on the floor, and it's the 6th Providence team foul.
All right, check out the reaction here. Charlie Moore with the corner three.
Shades of Chicago right there.
Little blues guitar there.
Saturday in the park. So DePaul up by 3. That's the last team foul Providence could use before the Friars are in the penalty. Moore, blocked by Duke. He traveled. What's at stake here down the stretch? DePaul has lost 5 straight Big East openers. And they came into today with the mentality they've been tired of starting behind the 8 ball in this conference. Dave Lato saying he doesn't care that this is their first week of the season. They need to start league play better. Reeves for the tie. Got it!
Timely shooting by A.J. Reeves. Had the game winner against Seton Hall last Sunday in Newark.
Just a 4th Providence three-pointer.
You know, he's getting ready to check in, Romeo Weems. He's been a money player for DePaul this afternoon.
Moore's been money in the second half. Elvis, the fader, from the freshman.
Great confidence from Elvis right there. That's a statement I'm sure was made many times. They have that name. You have to live up to it, right?
Reeves was fouled on the attempt by Moore.
Well, look, DePaul has been aggressive defensively. Just a little too much on that. But A.J. Reeves hits the one shot in the last possession, feeling confident. And Ed Cooley told us he wants him to continue to shoot. We saw against Butler how much he struggled. And yet they want him to still feel confident that he can make, or that he can take and make shots like that.
Reeves now 3 for 3 today. So final 2 minutes here. For each side, what do you think it comes down to?
Well, for Providence, you know, I think David Duke's going to have the ball in his hands. Unless they power it into Nate Watson. But for DePaul, I'm looking for either Charlie Moore or Romeo Weems to just make something happen. Weems is back on the floor right now.
Moore and Weems, they each have 15 apiece. Inside, Polycat lost the ball.
Watson with the turnover.
Duke stripped by Weems. What a defensive play. But Moore gives it right back.
Just have to settle down. Now Providence settling down on this possession.
Providence with 2 timeouts. DePaul has 3.
DePaul had an issue last season where they were having trouble finishing games.
Duke all the way.
As we said, John, David Duke making something happen. He saw that seam and he took it to the hole.
Timeout called by DePaul. They have 2 left.
So we talked about how Providence needs an alpha, and they've got one in David Duke. Sees that opening on the baseline side. Drives right past. Look, The help side from Charlie Moore comes too late. David Duke finishes.
16 points for the junior, 1 of 4 in double figures. Providence led this game by 8 earlier in this half, but DePaul sparked a 16-6 run.
Cannot stress this enough, John, how impressed I am, and I think we all should be, with what DePaul is doing. The amount of time that they had to spend in isolation this fall, I'm just going to keep saying it. 1 14-day pause once they were back on campus officially when school started. 2 7-day pauses. Every player and staff member had to isolate at some point. So that's no basketball. That's no real conditioning. And as Dave Lato told us earlier this afternoon, he says, look, we aren't trained therapists or psychologists. So we had to deal with this. But he said also, basketball is what we do, but basketball can't be who we are. So they've had to deal with a lot so far this year.
Each team with 2 timeouts. Providence's next foul would send DePaul to the free throw line. Freeman Liberty with the kick. Weems for the lead. He got it! Romeo Weems!
He was an All-Big East freshman member last season. He's playing like a first-team All-Big East player in Game 1.
Timeout for Providence.
Romeo Weems just right there in front of the bench. Look at that emotion. You don't think they want to play this season? These guys told us that earlier today. They could not wait to get back on the court. Look at that.
His 4th 3 of the game. 4 of 5 from deep. 7 of 9 from the field. 18 points to lead his team in his season debut. The thought was that he could make a leap from his freshman to sophomore year. And he has told us a couple of times, I want to be the one to help turn this program around, to take DePaul from the bottom of the Big East and return them to being a factor. And you can sense that ownership in the way he's played today.
There's no question that in a season that is unprecedented, where we're not going to have true home courts, DePaul more than likely will be in games more so this season than they ever were last season. And here's a perfect example. This is a tremendous gut check right now for Providence. They're going to have to be really crisp with their passes and strong with the basketball.
Duke with 10 on the shot clock. Duke's had the ball in his hands in key moments. He gets rejected by Polycap. And it stays with Providence with 5 on the timer. They will take a look at this.
A little out of control. Polycap reading that. 5 on the shot clock.
Can't the inbounder. It's into Watson. Watson with the left hand. Could not hit. DePaul comes up with the stop. Now Providence has to foul, and they do. That'll send Moore to the line. His first trip of the day.
Well, look, here's the deal. If Providence needs a bucket, they want to go to either Nate Watson or David Duke. So they got it into the hands of one of the 2 players that they want taking a shot with 5 seconds left. Just didn't go down.
Charlie Moore, 2 for 4 from the line in the season opener.
Remember, John, the power rankings were prior to this game.
A good reminder.
Yes.
These are the moments that DePaul, you can sense the anticipation for what would be a huge way to conclude their opening week of the season. Moore makes it a 3-point game. Providence has a timeout. 10 seconds now. Now with 8, it's Gant to Reeves. Reeves for the tie. We're even at 74. Here's Moore with 3. Moore with 2. Moore for the win. We are going to overtime in Providence.
Back back-to-back Sundays. A.J. Reeves delivers for the Providence Friars.
A.J. Reeves with just the 5th three for Providence in this game, and it comes at the perfect time to force overtime.